Welcome back to Better Kansas City. Empty nest doesn't seem to happen as much as it used to, with more and more adult children living at home well into their 20s. Dr. Kerry Dixon, aka Dr. Mom, is here to help us navigate some of those situations. So how important is it for a parent to lay the ground rules if they are opening up their homes to their children?
Well, first we have to remember that over half of the students that graduate from college are now coming home to live with their parents.
Wow.
And that's okay, because Forbes just did a study that over 80% of the parents are accepting that. They're welcoming them home. So welcoming is more than just a term, oh, come on home. It's more like, let's really get ready. Laying ground rules, letting them know in advance what to expect, because many are coming home because of college debt.
Right.
They owe
Makes a
lot
sense.
of money, but they cannot be treated the same way they did when they left to go off to school.
Which also makes a lot of sense. So, how do you sort of start to have those conversations about rent and responsibilities?
Well, you have to talk to them throughout their college career, and you talk to them the entire time, and you're accepting them as an adult and not as your kid.
Yeah.
Because it's home, it's their home, but it's your home first and foremost. So you really want to have those conversations and be upfront, lay ground rules up front, but not so much like rules, regulations, and policies and procedures, but more like just conversation. What do they expect? Because if they're going to pay the same amount of money that they would pay if they were out on their own, then why come home?
Right.
Okay, so I mean, they need to have some bargain, so to say, because again, many are coming home because they really either are looking for jobs or they cannot afford to pay the student loans and really live the way they would wish to live, or you even want them to live. So having those conversations and actually giving an amount. So if once they get a job, say, hey, I'd like for you to pay $300 a month, so that there's something. And now Forbes, their study they did a couple months ago, said the average is like 480 something.
Okay.
But remember, that's Forbes. This is Kansas City.
Yeah,
so
it's a little bit.
Yeah, let's be very cognizant of the cost of living.
Right. That's a huge thing to lay in the ground rules, and also maybe how much they're making at their job.
Absolutely. And again, remember, they're trying to pay for the student loans. They're kind of trying to get back on their feet. And in many cases, they're just trying to get accustomed to being a responsible adult on their own. Because I know the older we get, people always say, well, 30 is the new 40 and 40 is the new 50. No, you get all excited when you're grown like that.
I think that's good for people as we get older, right? We're like, oh yeah, we're in the new now.
But right, but remember when they're 22, 23, 24, and there's the millennial generation that's over 22, but then there's the new Gen Z, which are like your 18 to 22-year-olds, and just understanding that they're also trying to navigate and learn, but often the older parents are trying to help them in ways that they were not helped when they were growing up.
Well, though, you brought up some very good points there. Thank you so much, Dr. Kerry Dixon, Dr. Mom, for all of those tips for people who are finding themselves in that situation.
Thank you so much.